What would you say if I said that I could bring them back?
I guess I'd say I never thought of that.
Well, alright, hold tight, you might want to stand back because one small John is coming intact.
St. John forward, spitting out some more words, fully intact, jacked, ready to rap and attack. Small John on your lawn, living like a gnome, hit you with my lyrics like a bullet to your dome.
Tonight when he comes up here, he's either gonna kill or he's gonna suck. But there's no in between for Mr. John Forward.
Oh, well, I didn't know any of that.
Well, that's what I've been trying to say the whole time.
John Forward is here on the radio, St. John Forward Radio, to be specific. It's Monday, October 1st, Rocktober. I don't know. Sober October? I've already quit weed. I don't know if I can quit alcohol at the same time. That's asking a bit too much of me. I gotta do something to get myself messed up. But anyway, speaking of which, doing okay off the weed. Some temptations, but I'm doing alright. Got something to get to, so I'll be real quick. Just this past week, one of the local bands that Brian Cleveland introduced me to when he was on the show a little while ago, USSE, was playing at Taco Pica on Wednesday. That was one of the ones that he played that I enjoyed. So after all my smack talking about how the St. John music scene is dead, I figured I should probably go and participate in it when one of the bands that I like was playing, and it was a fun show. Also playing with H. de Hoots. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. They're from somewhere in Ophelia, which was alright. I wasn't sure if it was just mood music or if it was a performance. It was apparently a performance, but good time. Don't love Taco Pica as a venue, but I like it as a place to get food, but it's a weird place to see bands play. Also caught a fun show at Chuckles on Friday. Chanel Frere was hosting, Dan Terrio and Mark Splut openers for Damon Schroeder, Canada's best storytelling comedian, allegedly. It was a good show. But the main event for my last week was my guest spot at Yuck Yucks, which normally a 7-minute unpaid guest spot at the Big Bad franchise isn't something I'd spend much time talking about. But I've been working up the nerve to use a Yucks guest spot to practice crowd work since at least June, and I finally grew some stones and made it happen. I was nervous about it. It's a tightrope walk. Could go badly. Didn't want to get back on the bad list, but I've got issues with Yuck Yucks, but I've talked about that in the past. But this is where the audience is, and I need a good audience to do crowd work. And several people told me it wasn't a good idea. They're probably worried that I'd mess it up and again get back in the doghouse, because it's a tough thing to pull off. But it's not crowd work isn't necessarily the best thing that I could have chosen to do at that venue at that time, but it's the best venue I could have chosen to do crowd work. So that's how I was looking at it. I wanted to work on my thing and put it all on the line. I got there early, sat in the back, and spied on the audience as they were coming in, and to get some ideas. And full house, butterflies in my tummy. Let's hear that real quick.
All right, your first comedian tonight, like I said, is a local gentleman. He's been running the room, No Jokes Barred, down at the R Bar for a number of years. He's John Forward radio show. He's done for a while as well, and he's here for you tonight. Please put your hands together for Mr. John Forward.
That's right. They bring me out when we need to kick the energy into high gear. So, Neil got it right 2 out of the 3 times he said it, but my name's John Forward. It sounds made up, and it is. I'm going to complain, you guys. Stage name, I don't want to start this thing off on a lie. You guys want to know my real name? Yes. Jonathan Forward. Thank God. It feels good to get that off my chest. 35 years old. I was going to do some material about getting older, but Started complaining about my white shoulder hairs when I'm following Phil Donahue. I did think I got my first case of hemorrhoids this week, but turns out I just didn't wipe well enough. It's just a little itchy. You guys are a good crowd tonight. Laughing at an itchy butthole. All right, my kind of people. Front row center, how you guys doing? You're doing cheers? You guys a couple? Yeah. How long have you been together? 14 years. Are you married?
Yes.
How long have you been? Is it 14 years married, or are you counting the whole thing?
No, 9 years.
9 years? How did you guys meet?
At a bar.
At a bar.
At a bar. Yeah.
Would this be an appropriate scenario in this 2018 climate? Did you get consensual, enthusiastic consent, sir?
I would say so. There might have been a little bit of alcohol involved. But...
Might have been a little bit of alcohol involved. Time's up, buddy.
I'll never make the Supreme Court.
Oh yeah, he's not going to make the Supreme Court. Testimony. I've been recording this. This is going to come on. How'd you guys get front row center? I saw they kicked out a guy that was wearing like a Go Yuck Yourself sweater and everything. That's him over there. He's laughing.
The only seats available.
The only seats available.
Well, that had a table.
What's wrong with you, buddy? Chopped liver over there.
My girl's birthday.
Oh.
We were already sitting up there and I was like, let's move.
Oh, okay. I thought you were removed. Like, no, we don't want you in the front. You're making the comedians uncomfortable.
Guilty
So-
as charged.
What's that?
Guilty as charged.
Guilty is charged of making me uncomfortable. You haven't done that much yet. What do you guys, how long have you guys been together?
3 years.
3 years. Babies, I know. I've been with mine for 12 years. I've been contemplating suicide for 8. That's not even true, but it's a funny thing to say. Kathy, former co-worker, how you doing? She's not answering me. It's been a long time. You know, time just goes by so fast. It's hard to believe it's been over a year since I've been yelled at work by a coworker. Yeah? You guys like getting yelled at by your coworkers, I guess? So there's lots of people in the audience I know tonight. I see my gay friend Craig's brothers Don and Pete. How you guys doing? Is your mom come to terms with it yet? Getting there? When my friend Craig first came out of the closet like a month later, I was just hanging out with him. We were in his bedroom just watching a movie or something with the door closed, and your mom just burst in. Laundry basket! Expecting to catch us do something? We were just watching a movie. He blew me later. It wasn't a gay thing though. I'm just a good friend. Don't want to send him out into his new life without practice. Somebody went to high school with over there? Audience member formerly known as Amanda? You love me, John Forward. How old are you?
You should know, we went to high school together.
Yeah, I don't know, 35 give or take a year.
We'll stick with 28.
What's that?
We'll go with 28.
We'll go with 28, yeah. I wasn't sure it was you at first. It's been a long time since I saw you, but when I was sitting over there in the corner, I saw you offer to sit on a couple of random dudes' laps, so I'm like, yeah, that's right.
Oh, things never change.
Some things never change. No, things do change. This is election week. Do you guys feel the change coming? Have your lives all been impacted? Any Green Party voters in here? Yeah? Yeah, well, I would have voted Green, but, you know, I try to be environmentally friendly. I save on tissues. I just blow my nose in the shower. Just But then, like, a couple hours later, you found a dry piece of snot jerky in the chest hairs. So I just stayed at home. I weighed all the options, looked at all the candidates' platforms, and I decided I was going to stay home and vote for none of the above. 40%, guys. I think we won. Anyway, I'll leave you on this. This was a lot of fun, you guys. Thank you so much. I almost didn't make it out today. Had a brief hospital visit, which is embarrassing because it was just something stupid. I had to explain it to the front desk, and then to the nurse, and then to the doctor. I'm like, Doc, I was masturbating with a hot dog earlier today. Broke off halfway up my ass. So I'm gonna need you to go in there and surgically insert the other half of my hot dog. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of the show.
John Forward, everybody! John Forward,
That was a good crowd.
All right, available for children's parties. I feel like I've heard that line from another comedian. But anyway, not too bad. It was, I peppered in some prepared things. I thought of some better responses after the fact to a few of the things that came out live in the moment, but that's the way it is. Former coworker Kathy, who I tried to talk to, and there was kind of a weird, awkward lull, and she didn't answer me. Turns out it was not my former coworker Kathy. I realized once the lights came on, so that explains that part. I'm not thrilled about the noticeable pause that happened in that section, but overall, not too bad. The owner, Steve, he shook my hand and said it was a fun set. I was feeling good about myself, sat down, had a drink. Hour later, I went up to the bar, and Steve was at the bar, and he asked me if I could come back on a Thursday sometime, which he's asking me to do a spot. That's a nice change, and I agreed, and he said just let him know when I'm available, and then he threw in an extra little piece, said, yeah, I should come on Thursday when there's less people here, not all these girls here. So I went back to my seat, and I was a little raw about the whole thing. I'm already starting to put together my radio rant for tonight, and I'm just I'm feeling like I've been disrespected. He wants me to come back when there's like less people. Yeah, you can still do a spot, but let's not ruin the good Saturday night vibes. You can come on a Thursday. So after the show, I'm making extra effort to shake hands and meet and greet with people. Just be like, see, these people, they like me. They really like me. So I did that, but then I just decided to go up and I said, hey, did somebody complain? He's like, about what? About me? No, why? And I explained that, I thought that somebody had complained, and so he asked me to come back on another night when there was fewer people, but turns out he just wanted me to come on a Thursday so he wouldn't be so busy and he could actually pay attention to my set. So potential beef averted. Just had a conversation with a man instead of assuming the worst and stewing and getting upset about it. But on with the show. My guest tonight is co-star of Comedy at Callies on Thursday, October 25th, with myself and the Reverend Brian Giles. I've got Adam Landry in the studio. This is the part where you're supposed to say hello.
Oh, hi, thank you. I didn't think we were talking about me just yet. I'm doing work.
Just like the quick sentence so people know what your voice sounds like.
Yeah, I'm here and I'm writing down things that I'm going to talk about.
All right.
Well, I don't want to get sidetracked. I know how John does that.
Well, I'm going to play a quick song, and then we'll come back and we can get into that. But again, if I didn't bother having the conversation on Saturday, I would have probably been upset and ranty tonight. But I'm feeling good, and sometimes it's better just to have a conversation. I don't know. I might just be on the internet too much. Let's talk to people in person.
This is the jam.
Never use the internet again. Never use the internet again. Come on. Never use the internet again. Never use the internet again. Come on.
I used to waste time scrolling through my Facebook wall. 20 minutes of my life I could never get back. Couple times a day before I knew I lost an hour. Productivity be far away like Okinawa. Facebook friends are not my real amigos. Checking for comments and shares, jacking off my ego. Anything to get a fucking like. One day I decided I should get a fucking life, get it right. Social networks are not the only infection. GPS be fucking up past its sense of direction. Thought your navigation skills had to be flawed. You ain't no left from right when your battery died, bitch. The homies in your posse all be waiting, but you too busy checking Tumblr porno masturbating. Maybe you should be a better friend. Never use the internet again.
Never use the internet again. Never use the internet again. Come on. Never use the internet again. Never use the internet again. Come on. Never use the internet again. Never use the internet again. Come on. Never use the internet again. Never use the internet again. Come on.
Every day the bullshit worsen. Order a pizza like a fucking person. Match.com like an online pimp. Step to a girl in real life, you fucking wimp. Internet journalism is what you're gonna find. Everyone who can't get paid for it does it online. Most of the ones online that's getting paid suck too. Fuck you. I swear I'm about to motherfucking lose it. YouTube has ads on all the best music for all the worst music. YouTube awards, did you forget you can't have awards? You're the fucking internet. This shit is like a motherfucking drug that all goes away if I pull a fucking plug. Put your faith in something on which you can depend. Never use the internet again.
Never use the internet again. Never use the internet again. Come on. Never use the internet again. Never use the internet again. Come on. Never use the internet again. Never use the internet again. Come on. Never use the internet again. Never use the internet again. Come on.
Get up and touch the hands, huh? And listen to the MP3. So get up and touch the hands. And listen to the MP3. So get up and touch the hands, huh? And listen to the MP3. Listen to the MP3.
Never use the internet again. Never use the internet again. Come on. Never use the internet again. Never use the internet again. Come on. Never use the internet again. Never use the
Lots of grunts at the end of this song. Oh, we're back on St. John Forward Radio.
It was sexy when the song was doing it.
Well, that's what people get. Hopefully you're listening to this live and not on the internet. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, those people are going to feel bad. You didn't think about them.
It's true.
This is supposed to be about inclusivity.
It's going to tank my podcast.
I'm putting that on my list.
All my listeners in Maryland. Unbelievable. You can hashtag use the internet sometimes. That song was hashtag never use the internet again by Homeboy Sandman and Eden or Edan. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I've never heard it said out loud, but hot new hip hop tracks on St. John Forward Radio and hot new comedy tracks by Adam Landry, famous for Hoveland. Works on Hard Times and made the music for the St. John Forward Radio intro and the outro. That's his voice you can hear at the tail end of the intro saying, that's what I've been trying to say the whole time. Can you give us a little bit of that? Give us your famous line.
What, my line that I say in the song?
Yeah.
That's what I've been trying to say the whole time.
There. Yeah,
remember?
That's good.
I've said that around town.
I should get you to do a station ID and incorporate your famous catchphrase in it. We'll give it another 10 minutes, but We're here. Mainly, I kind of gave a quick tease at the end of last week's episode. If you listened all the way to the end, let the cat out of the bag. The big debut show at Callies Pub, the first ever comedy. It's not the first ever comedy show in that room. When it was Callahan's, famously or infamously, I put on a few shows there back in the day, one with Kathleen McGee, one with Darren Frost. Both dynamite shows, both poorly attended, so that was a Wednesday. This is a Thursday, though.
Yeah, and this one is going to be properly attended because you forgot to tell them that this is my return to comedy, okay? My big time coming back. It's been a while since I was on the top of comedy in St. John. And
how long's it been?
A year, 2 years, somewhere in that region. I took a break.
You just did a spot at the what was the inn's place? That place in the parking lot behind the R Bar.
Oh, at Foundations.
Right.
That was like 3 months ago.
Okay. Well, it wasn't a year ago, you filthy liar.
Yeah, but one didn't count. I wasn't prepared for that one. I didn't know I was doing it. I was a favor to Ian. He called me. He was crying.
Yeah.
I couldn't say no to him, so I did it. Okay.
And I think the comedians in the lineup may have outnumbered the audience members. So
yeah, and I did mostly music on that one. I've been doing a lot of music in my downtime.
Sure. You're a big musician. So what kind of music have you been working on lately?
Well, I haven't really been working on it. I've just been playing it.
Okay. Well, we're not gonna let the cat completely out of the bag, but we had a musical project that we worked on recently, but that'll remain a surprise for a few weeks.
Yeah, so I took a break off of comedy to focus on my music career, and now I'm coming back full force. I plan on being back in the top 3 comedians in St. John inside of 2 or 3 weeks.
Top 3? That's ambitious.
Well, I used to be in the top 3. Why can't I get back to the top 3?
What top 3 list were you on?
It's just
everybody knows about like the top 5 list from Godso.
No, it wasn't. Nobody wrote the list down. It was just what people thought.
Okay.
People generally thought top 3.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I don't want to say which number they said that I was because I don't want other people on that list to feel bad.
It wasn't number 2. I know that much.
No, it wasn't number 2, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
About which number on the top 3, but I was.
I know who the number 2 comedian is.
Yeah, you can have that one. All right, I got my spot.
I didn't say it was me. I am now. But
you've got your spot, and Rudy has his spot. We're all in the top. I'm going straight to the top 3. Anyway, yeah. So with my new, I'm gonna headline this show that you were talking about.
No.
And yeah, you said I could headline the show, and it's going to be a demo for the one-man show I'm going to do next year.
You're doing a one-man show?
Yeah, just like you.
I feel like somebody's already done that.
Yeah, I'm going to do it kind of like yours was, but it's going to be totally different.
And well, okay. You can try.
Yeah, I'm going to. Well, I'm not just going to try.
You know, I didn't invent the concept of doing a one-man show. Maybe as far as St. John comedians I have, but... you know, it's been done, so I'll let you have a go at it if you think you can compete.
I don't
in
need
this arena.
Your permission to do a one-man show. Okay,
well,
all I need to do
anyway.
is somehow come up with $250. That's going to be a challenge, but the rules are all you have to do is that $250. You can have your own one-man show.
Sure, and you have John Forward's enthusiastic consent.
No, I said I didn't need that.
Well, you do. This is 2018.
No. You're not going to be involved in it. It's going to be totally different than yours was.
You can't just do whatever you want.
People are going to see this show and they're going to forget yours even existed. Okay? It's about my life. And it's important.
Well, what kind of stuff from your life? Just you're not very descriptive of.
Yeah, well,
you're
not
even
the
this
only
last little bit. You can tell us what you've been doing for the last year.
You're not the only one who had a rough childhood. Okay.
Okay.
I had a rough childhood too.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
So I'm going to go kind of in the same way John did and it's going to be one of those not that funny comedy shows.
Okay.
All right. And it's going to be focused on the rough life that I had so people feel bad for me.
You want people to laugh and cry?
Yeah, and pay the money. That's the main thing.
Okay.
People don't pay that much to laugh because they're pretty much always laughing at everything, and it usually is free to do. YouTube is out there. You can.
Yeah, no, there's too much funny stuff out there. You need like a really sad a sad tale of childhood trauma. That's what the people want.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
feel
future,
like
it's the future of comedy.
That is the arena I can compete in. Sad child. That's me. So, for instance...
So you're going to do like... is it going to be like Adam Landry's Nanette?
Yeah, well, I've got different names for it. What's Nanette?
Oh, well, I don't want to get into it. You'll have to watch that on Netflix, and it's the real future of comedy. So you have to check that out, and then we'll come back on and talk about it some other time.
You could say you haven't seen the future of comedy till you've seen what I'm going to do, okay? Because it's going to be like your show a few years ago.
Okay.
But it's going to be...
Which was trailblazing, I admit.
Yeah, and I'm going to take that trail and blaze it even wider and further.
Okay.
That's okay. So I've got different names for the show. I haven't come up with which one. Maybe we could have the callers call in and vote.
648-5667.
All right, that's the number.
I think it works. We haven't tested it.
Now, to keep this simple, because a lot of people are probably going to call in to vote, here's what you got to do. You call that number, one of us maybe, will answer the phone. All you say after you hear the words hello from us, all you say is the number that corresponds to the name of the show. You know what I'm saying here? So I'll say, this is name number 1, you know.
Well, now you're biasing people towards choosing number 1.
Should we use letters?
Well, I don't know. If you give an example that's going to plant the seed in somebody's head, you should probably put these in a random order. What kind of algorithm are you using?
Yeah, I can, I don't know. I can read it in a different order. We can just do it upside down.
All right.
Okay, so how about this? You call in and you just say the name that you prefer for the show. Okay, so once we're going to read all the names, you remember what one your favorite is, and then we're going to go, now, and that's when you can call in.
Okay. All right.
And there's no prizes for this, so don't get thinking that. Okay, so the first name for my show could be called Finding Adam, all right? And then in brackets, me, so that people know which Adam it is.
Okay.
And that way they'll know kind of what they're getting. They're going to go there to find, I'm going to be there for sure.
What if, I have a suggestion, have you gone through the emojis to see if there's one that looks like you? That could be like, instead of the in brackets me, you could say Finding Adam and then have the Adam emoji.
Okay, I'm making a note of that.
Emojis are the next big thing in comedy, I think.
Okay, so it's going to be what I said plus a mixture of what John said. The emoji will be a big part of that name. So you can call in later if you like that name, Finding Adam, and then in brackets a picture of an emoji that looks like me so you know which one we're talking about. Mm-hmm. All right, next one. Learning to learn again. All right? That's kind of what people should do.
Is this a sequel to Learning to Learn? Because it's again. What did you learn the first time?
I didn't think of it that way. That does.
Is the audience learning, or are you learning?
Yeah, maybe they already learned.
Is everybody learning? Or are they learning about your learning? Maybe.
Oh, this title does need a lot of work.
Well, you learned something, and then in the course of this groundbreaking one-man show, people are learning about your learning.
I got it. We're going to change this one to
okay.
You are learning to learn again.
Okay. But what did you learn
hold on.
the first time?
No. Okay. In brackets, for the first time.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so
that's good. It's a twist.
Yeah. And you know what you're getting. So you are, not me. It'll be if you're the person reading it, that's who it's talking about, are learning to learn again, and then in brackets, for the first time. Okay.
Solid.
The next one. My way is the highway. My life on the road.
Okay. Do you drive a lot? Or just like walking down the road?
Yeah, it could
to
be.
Get cigarettes?
Yeah, I do a lot of... I've spent some time on roads. You know what I think of it now, though? I don't go on the highway. I avoid... It's too fast. So...
Well, yeah,
it's a metaphor,
it says it's my way or the highway. So your way isn't the highway.
Well, that's not what I called it. I called it my way is the highway.
Oh, okay. Right.
But now that I think about it, that's just not true.
Well, you could change it to my way or the
highway. And my life on the road meant when I was like playing in the street as a kid.
Okay. Ball hockey?
No, just
throwing rocks at cars?
I would just get into the street right in the middle of it.
Okay.
And whatever happened.
Okay. What stays in the street? What happens in the street stays in the streets. Until this show.
My Life on the Road. Okay, that's what we're changing it. Not My Way is the Highway. It's now called, what did you say? What stays in the streets happened on the streets?
What happened in the street stays in the street.
Okay.
Until now. You got to add that. And if you're going with the brackets thing, what
It's
stays
too
in the streets, what happened in the street stays in the street. Brackets until now. It's compelling.
Okay. And then My Life on the Road.
Yeah. Yeah. ... My Life on the Road.
Okay, 1 second. I'm just writing it down.
Should you have that? Who sings that? Life is a Highway song.
That's what I was thinking
That could be
about when I
your
wrote
theme
it.
song.
Yeah. What's his name? Tom Cochran.
Tom Cochran. You can come out to that. Life is a highway.
Well, you got to come out to something.
He's gonna ride it all night long.
So that's a good one for that. So that's the third one. What happens stays in the streets. Well, we know what it meant. What happens in the streets stays in the streets until now. My Life on the Road. All right, the next one. This is a contender. My Own Self for You.
Okay.
That's kind of like the Hallmark card one, you know. If I was going
Self for You.
It depends on how the poster turns out. That might be the best name for it. If the posters looks like, you know, a nice nature scene.
What if I would suggest
Sky,
My
maybe.
Own Self : for You.
My Own Self. But and what does for you on its own doesn't mean anything. For you be true?
Yeah, okay, that's better. Yeah.
My Own Self for you be true.
Yeah.
Perfect. And we'll put
Nice.
a colon in there.
I'm glad that you're so open to learning from the master of the one-man show, John Forward.
Is that what this looks like is happening?
Well, you seem pretty open to my suggestions. You're usually quite stubborn.
Yeah, but okay. Let's just continue on and we'll see how it goes from here.
All right.
The next one I have, and this one I'm sticking with not changing, and this
How
is
many
I've
of
decided
these do you
to
have?
3 more.
Okay.
Running with the Devil.
Okay.
Well, remember how earlier you said I could come out to Life as a Highway? Well, you know what's an even better song than that?
Right.
Running with the Devil.
Did you have like a Robert Johnson Crossroads selling your soul to the devil experience that you could talk about in the show?
No, I was just going to call
your musical and comedy and childhood prowess.
No, that's not what it's about. It's just it's a good song. I will come out to that song and people will be like, that was a good idea.
Yeah, well, it's worth the ticket price just to hear that song.
Yeah. I can play a little bit of it on the guitar too. I might do that.
All right. Yeah, live music. People are into that.
Get that opening riff.
All right, what's the next title?
This one I took from you. This is kind of like my play on honey garlic. You like food, I like food.
Mm-hmm.
Teriyaki, hot dogs.
Fair enough. Little known fact, I don't even like honey garlic wings.
No, I didn't think so. Nobody does.
Yeah, no. It's it fits in with the bit that it refers to, but
it's too sticky.
Honey garlic will come out of my mouth, but not into it.
You should have put that in your
Trivia.
set. That would have been funnier.
Yeah.
All right, and my last one that you can vote for. So, okay, this one. This is going to be hard to actually say it because it's not really a word. See, John, that's what it will be.
Let me see that. I can't read it this far away. Okay. It's just a dot.
Like the one that goes
in brackets. It says that's the name. It's just a dot.
Yeah, so the dot will be the name.
Right.
But I don't want people to call it dot.
Okay. Well, what do you want people to say?
Well, I don't know. They could. What you're gonna have to do?
Could they call it like the show formerly known as Dot?
No, because I'm not calling it Dot even once.
Okay.
You could call it the show, not formerly called anything else. But now
you could just pronounce it as, because that's how you pronounce it at the end of a sentence.
Yeah, you just don't say it.
Okay.
Don't say it. But you could make a card with a dot on it and show people.
Sure. Okay. Well, rather than have people call in right now, let's give
them
people
10 seconds.
let's give them some time to think about it. Let's give me your station ID. You have to say like St. John Forward Radio, local 107.3 FM, and do your famous catchphrase.
Well, okay, hold on now. Before we do that, let me just read these names one more time so that people have it fresh in their heads so they know what they're going to call.
We'll do that again. We're also going to play a song. So we'll
say the name and then we'll play the song while they think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Station ID. And you just want it to be about.
Well, let's do a St. John Forward Radio one. Say who you are, and we'll do a clean one for just local FM that I can sneak into the folder.
I'm Adam Landry, St. John's. I'm in the top 3 of comedians, okay? And I've been on John Forward's radio show on this channel.
It's called St. John Forward Radio.
St. John Forward Radio on this channel.
Perfect. I think that whole thing, just one take. I don't even need to edit it. I think it's perfect.
Yeah, you better not edit it.
Okay, so do you want to tell us what the song we're going to play is first? And then right before we play it, you can go quick through the list again.
Okay, so we're going to play Batman. It's a different version of it, but everybody knows it.
Okay.
These are the names again. Finding Adam. This you got. Okay, wait, one more time. 648-5667. Is that the number?
Yeah.
Okay, you call that number, and when you hear the words "hello" from one of us, you just say one of these names, and then hang up. Please. Name A. Finding Adam. Then in brackets, a picture of me, emoji version. And then, you are learning to learn again for the first time in brackets. Then, what happens in the streets stays in the streets until now. ... My life on the road. Then the next one. My own true self for you be true. With a colon in the middle. The next one. Running with the devil. The next one, teriyaki hot dogs. And the last one is that one that you can't say it, but you will hold up a picture with a dot on it.
Okay, so this song is 2 minutes and 4 seconds. When we come back, don't call during the song.
No.
Call when the song ends and we come back. That's your cue to call in.
And then whoever calls in first wins.
Batman. We're back on St. John Forward Radio. Now's your cue to call in 648-5667 to pick your favorite Adam Landry one-man show title.
All right, let's go. Ring it up. Ringing. Call the number, please.
648-5667.
You know what? I thought of something. A lot of times when I'm listening to this station and people say to call in, I don't know if it's live, so I don't call in because a lot of times stuff's not live. So
it's Monday, October 1st. It's 9:39 p.m. right now.
So if that is true to you and your existence, please call that number. We need some real input here, okay? We want to know what your favorite name for my one-man show will be.
Maybe they're not calling because they don't want to interrupt us. Maybe we just
interrupt us.
We need to pause and wait for it.
1, 2, now. There's no one listening to this. There's nobody listening.
I can feel it. I think somebody was just about to call in, but you started talking again.
And they put the phone down.
Yeah.
This is a joke. It's not going to happen. There's nobody listening to this show. You told me hundreds of people would get to hear my message. Nobody is listening. Why can't anybody at least call in just to prove?
Wait. No, I know what will get them to call in.
Okay. There we go. You know, the good thing, too, is it makes me feel better in the time that no one is calling to have this music playing. John, I don't think anybody cares.
Wait, I think I need to test the line. Let me try to call it myself.
It probably doesn't work.
Hang on.
The phone service is probably down.
648-5667.
Why didn't we do this at the start?
My luck would be they switched it back to the other number. It's ringing on my phone.
John, people have been calling. No, they haven't.
It's ringing somewhere. It's not the booth. Did they switch the one again? Hold on. Maybe it's 648-5925.
Yeah, but nobody called that number either. We would have heard it.
Hold on. Hang up phone. So,
this is the worst experience of my adult life.
648-5925. Why do they keep switching the phone numbers on us?
I'm putting in that into my one.
Now it's the old number again. When Sid Jaffe called in, it was 5667. Let's see if it works. Here, I'm going to turn it on. You talking to the mic, and I'll talk into my phone.
Yeah, okay. You know, I just added this.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you just fine. Everything's working.
So
this whole fiasco is going on my list of worst things in my life.
well, since I'm technically on the phone, do I get to pick a title?
I suppose.
Let me see the list again.
You have to see the list. How are we supposed to expect people on the other end of the radio to hear this and understand it if you can't even do that?
I think I want to go with teriyaki hot dog.
That's
using this spelling, Terryacki.
Terryacki. I have it.
Yeah, no, it's perfect. You spelled it really well.
Thank you.
I did this wrong, though. I was supposed to just say the title.
Hang up the phone so other people can call in. I don't like that name. I want a different one.
All right.
Hung up. Back on the microphone. Let's get the. All right.
We'll count down, and then this time you really do have to call in. All right.
So
648-5925. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now. Hang it up, John. Let them ring.
Oh, my throat's making noises.
Yeah, but that's not the phone.
You know what? I ran into Brian Cleveland at a wedding a couple of weeks ago, and he assured me that a lot of people listen to this station. I'm starting to question that.
Nobody's listening. We've been doing this whole show for no reason, okay?
It's going to be on the internet, but he shot us in the foot. I played that Never Use the Internet Again song.
Yeah, so those people hung up right off the bat.
They probably closed down their podcast right after I played that song.
It's too challenging to their life views. How could they continue on with it?
Yeah, it's true.
All right, well, how about this then? If you hear this on the internet and you're thinking, geez, I would have called in if I had been hearing it live, but I didn't get that opportunity, tell John and he'll tell me, because I don't use Facebook anymore.
Yeah, send me a Facebook message or comment. Put it in the comments on either Podbean or on Facebook or on Twitter. Or
I don't want any more teriyaki hot dog votes, okay? Let's just stick with the good ones. Like
occasionally this show gets uploaded onto YouTube, but it's kind of a dice roll whether or not the musical selections get it banned. Right. Most of the time, they're okay with it, as long as I'm not making money. But I think for the past, I think it's a 50-50 so far. It depends on the copyright holder. So that's why there's only a handful of episodes available on. Because those people are cool with me playing their stuff on the radio. I don't think putting it on the internet is even wrong. But old YouTube.
I stopped listening a minute ago, but there's that list, so you can take that home, and then when people tell you which ones, you'll know which are which. I took a picture of it.
All right.
Now, let's get back to my rough life I had.
Well, is this going to be a taste of what people can expect on October 25th?
Well, I was hopefully just going to kind of like try to one-up you on how rough my life was. And then use that
give
as
us a taste. Give us a big tease.
Yeah, okay. First of all, I only got to go to Disney twice. And I don't remember either time, hardly.
I only got to go once, and I was 2 years old and don't remember it.
Yeah, that happened to me. I did get to go again when I was 13. But I was too angry to remember that one.
Yeah.
Now, that's
I had to settle for Canada's Wonderland at 13, I think.
I wish that I had a piano when I was younger. Instead of guitars, I had 3 guitars. But now that I'm older, I think that doesn't make any sense. I should have got a piano.
Yeah, I never had a piano. I had an alto saxophone.
Yeah, but you didn't even want a piano. That's what I'm saying. I do want one now.
It's true. It probably would have been more traumatic if I had a piano forced upon me.
And drums would have been nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I would have picked drums, I think, instead of the alto saxophone if I knew that was an option when I joined the school band in 4th grade.
See, I picked a guitar, but I wish I hadn't have.
I don't know if I have good enough rhythm to be a drummer anyway.
I thought this was supposed to be about me.
Well, you're trying to one-up me, so I'm just telling you how you're failing miserably.
No, you're supposed to just listen and agree, okay? You're not a good interviewer.
Okay. Yes, and.
Thank you. That's all that I had on the list, though. Oh, besides this phone problem that just happened, that was a nightmare. Nobody called in.
Well, let's maybe reset and let's play another song and give people a chance to think about it.
Okay, and then when we come back, I got a list of words I wrote to describe the show. So if anybody has any doubts about how good it's going to be, my return to comedy, that is the show that's yet to be named.
Right.
You know, they won't have those doubts once they hear this list because these are all accurate.
Right. Okay. I don't know what song. Let's put the old radio playlist on shuffle and see what comes up next. No, I don't want to play that song.
Oh, let's play that fuzzy CD.
All right, yeah, let's do it. Grab it. What? So Adam discovered a felt CD.
It's fuzzy.
It's fuzzy. It's made out of felt. Well,
the case is. The CD's made out of whatever CDs are made out of.
This is the band Tetrix with an X, and the album is Drugs in the Water. So we've got options for songs. We got Crazy as a Bird, This Is How We Lie in Bed, Drugs in the Water, Drinking Problem, Don't Give Me Your Pennies, Time Won't Save Your Soul, Estrella, They Wrote a Song About Us, Old Town, and The Way of the Waves. What do you think would most tie into your childhood of these? Crazy as a Bird?
Yes.
Okay, that's track 1.
It had me right from the crazy word.
All right, so
the word crazy.
If you want to hear more from Tetrix, you can check them out at Tetrix.
It's like Tetris with an X.
Bandcamp.com. The CD doesn't seem to be reading on there.
It's probably because of the felt packaging.
Oh wait, no, it's loading. All right, let's cue it up. People love to hear the technical details here on the show, but let's hear some Tetrix. 3.5 minutes long, unless the song is terrible. And you can call 648-5925. Get in your requests for Adam's one-man show.
And stay tuned for the list of words that describe that show. All right, it's a good list.
All right.
Oh, that's what's going on. You're just hanging out by the old thread here. Oh, jeez.
Some people call me cowboy. Some people call me spaceman on the run.
Well then, that was Crazy as a Bird by Tetrix. What do you think with your selection?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Wasn't as good as the CD cover, but they never are.
Sure. So 6485925.
Yeah, it's just saddening.
I'm pretty
It's-
disappointed.
Yeah,
You know what?
disappointed.
Maybe everybody's, people that listen to the radio probably have landlines. Maybe the landlines are down. I called from a cell phone.
Or they can't reach them. Maybe they're too far away.
It's true.
Get your phones closer to your radios, people. That's all I can say. What are we doing with ourselves here? You can't even call into a simple radio show just because you might get put on the air and subjected to something embarrassing. That's no excuse,
Right. So
you don't need to say your name. You could just say the name of the show and help me pick. That's all I wanted. I'm not angry. I'm disappointed.
Let's change the subject from October 25th.
No, we weren't. What about the words I
Callies?
have? I have a list of words I made.
Okay.
This is the words that describe the show I'm going to do.
Okay.
Astonishing, colorful, staggering, intelligible, action-oriented, funny, bombastic and explosives, drama, and then at the bottom I remembered it's inclusive too. Nobody's going to be excluded from my show.
Yeah, you want that money.
Yeah. I'd rather you not go, but other than that...
Can I get a comp? Can I get in for free?
No. I say I'd rather you not go at all. I'm definitely not going to pay for you to get in.
I'm giving you this platform to promote it. I think it's only fair. I don't know. That's
well, are we talking about the show
cool,
that you're on? Obviously, you're going to have to go to that one. But the Fringe Festival, I'm telling them, no John Forwards, and they know what you look like.
Unfortunately, I think they do. But all right, well, we've got yet to be named title coming up at the Fringe Festival. Also, yet to be named John Forward Project. I'll be competing with you anyway. I'll probably be in a better venue.
Yeah, they might not even let your show in
at the same time.
When they see the new and improved John Forward that I am, they might not let the old John.
It's
Forward
a lottery, so it's possible. But
it is.
Yeah. Well, they say it is. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't heard of anybody that didn't get in. But, if there's more applicants than they've got spots, then it is a lottery. You don't have to pay the full. I think you have to pay like $50 to apply. And then if you win the lottery, then you get to pay the $250 for the rest.
They give you $1 million too?
Probably. I think so. But another project you're working on, not Hoveland, Hard Times. Are we all set to debut November 1st?
Oh yeah, shouldn't be a problem.
Have we figured out the schedule? I assume they're not all coming at once. Are you doing once a week? Or yeah, we discussed that
November,
on Tuesday.
the start of November, the middle of December, the middle of January. They're corresponding with various government check issues.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that's coming up. As for me, the aforementioned Comedy at Callies event, hosted by the Reverend Brian Giles, featuring a groundbreaking performance by Adam Landry here.
Thank you.
And
actually, groundbreaking wasn't in that list of words.
Well, it should be.
Yeah,
because you're going to break some ground. And then what everyone's been waiting for, John Forward extended length headline set on a Thursday night. So nothing better that you can do. I just got some posters printed up today, picked them up from Staples. You can see those on public places coming up whenever I get a chance to go around uptown with my Staples. And this coming Friday, I'm not on the show, but I put it together. No Jokes Barred Deluxe, headliner Brittany Campbell, Chanel Frere is going to be hosting, and in the middle we've got some Halifax comics that I'm looking forward to seeing for the first time. Sam Bartol and Joseph Harfouche. And Brian Otter, I believe he's a Moncton chap. He's coming down to round that out, and I'm looking forward to St. John forward to to sitting in the audience and observing and just having a good time. So check that out this coming Friday, October 5th, I think is Friday. Yeah, October 5th, 8:30, upstairs acoustic room at O'Leary's, and then October 19th at the People's Pub in St. Stephen, doing a show with Brian Godso, Travis Boyce. Who else is on that show? The Reverend Brian Giles is on that show. Mark Splood's headlining that one. Check it out. We did a show there about a year and a half ago that went really well. So we're making our comeback. Also, the next round of Roast Battle at McGill's is going to be on Sunday, October 14th. The date has changed many times. I think this is the final option. It was going to be this last Sunday, the 23rd. That didn't... they ended up having a regular show. I did some new stuff. It was fun. And then it was going to be October 7th, but that's Thanksgiving weekend, so it's going to be the one after. October 14th, I will be facing Travis Boyce, and I don't remember who the other matchups are, but that's the main event. You can come for that. So, you got anything else you want to pimp out?
No.
Also, regular No Jokes Barred on Saturday, October 20th. That's coming up, but talk about that more.
You think they're going to come to your show? You can't even get them to pick up the phone and call in and tell me which name they like best.
That's true.
And then they're going to come out to a show.
I'm going to lose all the internet listeners from playing that song, but thank you for sticking it out. If there's anybody still with us, Adam
You've
Landry.
Disappointed me to no end.
Well, despite your rudeness, thank you for coming on the show.
It wasn't rude. They were rude to me.
Well, yeah. Rude breeds more rudeness.
Yeah, they bred mine.
And St. John Forward Radio every Monday night, live, 9 to 10 on local FM, or you can listen to the podcast version if you want. That's it for this week.
Please come see my show.
Our show.
Well,
why is that? No, I gotta hit the button. We'll do a fade up. Very professional.